Welcome to Agricultural Development Trust, Sharda Bai Pawar, Mahila Arts, Commerce, Science College, Sharda Nagar, Baramati. I am Professor Poonam Mishra, brought for you the subject Secretarial Practice, in which we are learning chapter number 8, Company Meetings Part 2. So students, in the chapter 7, Company Meeting Part 1, we had seen the essentials of valid meeting, in which we saw the three major points, that proper call of meeting, proper convening, proper creation of meeting, and proper conduct of meeting. Now in the part 2 of this chapter, we will see the types of meeting. So students, you know that the company is related with the shareholders, directors, outsiders, creditors. So for them, the company conducts certain meetings, and in that meeting their discussion goes on. They take the decision, the matter which is related to shareholder, those are discussed in the shareholder meeting. The matter which is related to daily affairs of the business or management and process of the business, that will be discussed in the directors meeting. And creditor means the outsider who have given the loan to the company. So the matter which affect the interest of the creditor, that matter will be discussed in the creditors meeting. So in short, you can see students that shareholder meeting has also two types, that is journal meeting and class meeting. So first of all, we will see what is journal meeting. Journal meeting has two types, annual journal meeting and extraordinary journal meeting. Class meeting we will see in the detail further. In case of directors meeting, two types of meetings are there, board meetings and committee meetings. And there is no any types under the creditor meeting, and that meeting is just only for the supplier or the person who has given the loan to the company. So students, let's see the shareholders meeting in detail. So students, in shareholder meeting means shareholder participate in the management of the company. They exercise their right to manage the company by participating in the shareholders meeting. So shareholder give the approval or they give their acceptance to the board of director, because board of director are the person who are managing the company. So for every final decision they need approval of the shareholder. Why they need the approval of the shareholder? Because shareholder are the member or the co-owner of the company. So they finalize all the decisions in the shareholders meeting. So in this way the shareholder can use, means they can exercise their right to manage and participate, and they can participate in the management of the company. Shareholders meetings are arranged to discuss on the various issues around and to arrive at a decision. At a particular decision, if they want to arrive and they want to take some decision, and the board of directors need the approval for it, so they call the shareholders meeting. So journal meeting is the first type of the shareholder meeting, and in journal meeting there is a two subtypes. So first we should know what is journal meeting. These are the meeting of equity shareholder of the company. Actually journal meeting is only conducted for the equity shareholders. No any other types of shareholder will be included in this. Actually equity shareholders are only the permanent and real owner, co-owner of the company. So there are two types of journal meeting also, annual journal meeting and extraordinary journal meeting. So the annual journal meeting, the name itself suggests the meeting which is held annually every year. So the annual journal meeting is a meeting of equity shareholder which is held, which is conducted, which is called once in every financial year. At least one time it will be called in every year. So what is the legal provision? What is the legal act for convening or for conducting the annual journal meeting? First, we should consider the time of holding of annual journal meeting. How the annual journal meeting should be held. So the first annual journal meeting, in case if a company is newly registered and they has to arrange for the first annual journal meeting. So the first annual journal meeting shall be held within 9 months of the closing of the first financial year of the company. If the first financial years completes in the 31st March, and within the 9 months they can't take the 12 months because it's a first annual general meeting, so it should be held within 9 months. Next is a subsequent annual general meeting, the meeting which comes after the first annual general meeting. Subsequent annual general meeting means the meeting which comes after the first annual general meeting. So it must be held within 6 months after the completion of its financial year. Once from the next year, after the first year, from the next year, and in all the rest of the year of the life of the company, all the annual general meeting will be called within 6 months after the completion of financial year. The interval or the gap between the two annual general meeting should not be more than 15 months. Means there should not be more than 15 months gap between two annual general meeting. Extension. Can annual general meeting can be postponed or the date of the meeting can be extended? Yes, it can be extended by taking the approval. So the registrar may for any reason can extend the time to conduct the annual general meeting by a period not more than 3 months. So even though registrar of company has permitted to extend the date of annual general meeting to a company, they cannot extend it more than 3 months, students. So however, the registrar cannot provide the extension in case of the first annual general meeting. So first annual general meeting is a compulsorily should be held within 9 months. Even the registrar of company cannot postpone it. So one person company is exempted from the provision of extension of or the conducting of annual general meeting. Next is authority to convene the general meeting. Who can call the general meeting? So the board of directors is a proper authority to call the annual general meeting. Notice, in how many days the notice should be sent to the member or shareholder for the annual general meeting. So the secretary should send 21 days clear day notice to all the member of the company at their registered address by the post or through the electronic mode like email, fax, telegram and all. Date, time and place of annual general meeting, where the annual general meeting should be held. Student, this question is very important from the exam point of view. You should take care of it and you should read it properly. Date, time and place of annual general meeting. Every annual general meeting shall be called during the business hours between 9 to 6 p.m. Means the company can conduct the meeting within 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. only. Any day which is working day, not a national holiday, and shall be held at the registered office of the company. So the meeting, annual general meeting should be held at the register on main address of the company or at the other some other place within the same city or village in which the company's registered office is situated. Quorum, this part we have already seen, students. So according to the Companies Act 2013, minimum number of members required for the annual general meeting, 5 members in case of the member are not more than 1000, and more than 1000 but less than 5000, 15 members are required, and if the member exceed 50,000, 30 members are required to attend the annual general meeting. And for a private company, 2 members should be personally present at the meeting, and so they can conduct the meeting. Adjournment of the meeting means postponing of the meeting. Annual general meeting is adjourned in the absence of the quorum. If the minimum number of member requirement is not fulfilled, minimum number of member has not come for the meeting, that meeting will be postponed and it is held in the same day, time, place in the next week. Default means the company who could not arrange the meeting, annual general meeting, within the specified time limit of the Companies Act. So what will be the action against them? If the annual general meeting is not held as per the provision of the Act or the instruction of the central government, it is called as a default in the holding, means they are default company for holding the annual general meeting. So the company and every officer, the topmost officer in the board of director who is in default, are punishable with the fine. They have to pay the fine, which may be up to 1 lakh, and in case of continuing the default further fine which may extend up to 5,000 per day. Next type, we saw the annual general meeting. Now we will see in shareholder meeting the second type, extraordinary general meeting. So extraordinary general meeting meaning the meeting which is held to discuss and decide the some special cases and urgent matter is called as an extraordinary general meeting. Means in which meeting the urgent matter or the special matter are discussed, they are known as an extraordinary general meeting. Such special matters which are transacted in the EOGM, extraordinary general meeting, are called as special business. So this meeting is convened between the two annual general meetings. So this meeting can be called at any time between the two annual general meetings. What is the legal provisions for the convening or conducting the extraordinary general meeting? It is near about same with the general meeting only, but little bit change is also there. So let's see, students. Authority to convene, who can call the EOGM extraordinary general meeting? The board of director, by giving the proper notice to the shareholder. And then board of director or requisition of member. Every member can request to the company. If the member wants to get held the extraordinary general meeting, they should request to the board of director for the same. So member holding at least 1/10 of the PEDF share capital carrying the voting rights, and in case of company not having the share capital, member having 10% of voting power can request to hold the extraordinary general meeting, and that meeting should be held within the 45 days after the receipt of the request by the member. Next is requisitionist themselves, means if the board of directors have not conducted or arranged the EOGM extraordinary general meeting even after the request of the member, so the requisitionist themselves can conduct the EOGM. So if the board fails to call the extraordinary general meeting and the meeting can be called by the requisitionist themselves, it should be held within 3 months from the date of deposit of requisition. Company shall pay for all the expenses incurred in holding the extraordinary general meeting. If the member itself arranged the extraordinary general meeting and invited the board of director, the cost of that meeting will be incurred by the company only, because the board of director failed to arrange the meeting and then the shareholder have arranged it. And the legal provision related to the notice and quorum is very similar in case of extraordinary general meeting like annual general meeting. So a legal provision for quorum and notice is the same with the EOG annual general meeting and extraordinary general meeting. Next, shareholder meeting is a class meeting. We should know what is class meeting. Class means a particular group. So a meeting which is held to make the change in the rights and duty of the particular class or group of the shareholder, and to get their consent, to get their permission for the changes affecting their interest, affecting their benefit, is called as a class meeting. Means matter which affect the benefit of the particular class of the shareholder, to take their permission, class meeting is held. So resolution, in this meeting generally the special resolutions are passed. Purpose of class meeting is when a company wants to change the rights of a particular class of the shareholder, and then the company has to call a meeting for such shareholder to get the consent for the change. Frequency, the class meeting is not held regularly, it is held when it is required. Next we will see the types of meeting. So student, as of now we have seen in the shareholders meeting, journal meeting and class meeting. In journal meeting we saw the annual general meeting and extraordinary general meeting. Now the second type of meeting is directors meeting. So the director are the elected, means selected person of by the shareholder. They are responsible for the day-to-day affairs, means the works of the company. Directors meetings are arranged to discuss on the policy matter and to take the decision relating to the management of the company. So for managing the business, they need to take some decision. They decide the plans and policy, and for deciding these things the directors meetings are held. So directors meetings are classified into two categories: board meetings and committee meetings. So let's see student, what is board meeting, which is very important meeting for company. So it is a meeting of the board of directors in the pursuit of the regular management, to see the regular management of the business, and the board of directors have to meet frequently to decide their plans and policy, and the board of directors can exercise their powers collectively through the board meeting only. Now, what are the legal provision for conducting or convening the board meeting? First, who can call the board meeting? So the chairman of the board is the proper authority to call the board meeting. As in case of general meeting, board of director are the main person to call the shareholders meeting. Here the chairman will call the board meeting. Number of board meeting. The first board meeting should be held within the 30 days of the registration of the company, and rest subsequent further board meeting should not be held shall not be hold minimum 4 board meeting every year. Means minimum that company should held 4 board meetings, and the gap between these meetings should not be more than 120 days. In case of one person company, a one person company, small company and dormant company, meeting of the board of directors should be conducted at least one meeting in each half of the calendar years. Means in the 6 months they should conduct at least one board meeting if the company type is one person company or small company or dormant company, and it should not be less than 90 days. The gap between the one person companies and small companies and dormant companies, so they should hold the meeting 6 monthly, but the gap should not extend more than 90 days. Virtual means a digital meeting, we can say. The participation of director in the meeting of the board may be either in person, means they physically will be there present, or through the video conferencing. Other audio visual means the meeting should be capable of recording and recognizing the participation of the directors. Quorum, that you already know, the minimum number of members requirement. As per the Companies Act of the quorum for the board meeting is 1/3 of the total director or the 2 director, whichever will be the higher, that will be the quorum of that board meeting. Any fraction should be rounded off as a 1. So adjournment of the meeting. Yes, the board meeting can also be postponed. So the board meeting is adjourned or postponed in the absence of the quorum. So it is to be held on the same date, time and place in the next week. So postponing rule is same for the general meeting and board meeting as well, students. Now we will see the next type of the directors meeting, that is committee meeting. So the committee meeting means certain group of directors are divided to look after the particular department of the company, and they form their own committee to solve the problem of that area. So the committee meeting means, as per the articles of association of a company, board of director appoint a small committee, small group of the director to study the various matters and problem of the company and to get the report from them. Audit committee, transfer of share committee, share allotment committee, these are some name of the committee, board committee. So inquiry committee, all are the example of committees. So meeting of such committees are called committee meeting, and the meeting which will be held for particular committee is called as a committee meeting. Secretary assists the committee and maintains the separate minutes book for recording the proceeding of the committee meeting. So for committee meeting there will be the separate minutes book. It will not be included in the annual general meetings minutes book. Last type of meeting is creditors meeting, students. So company can hold meeting of the creditors like debentures, debenture holders, depositors. Debenture holder are the person who purchase the debenture of a company and the company give them debenture certificate. Depositor means the person who have deposited their amount in the company for a fixed period of time. Company bankers, lenders who is giving loan to the company, they all will be called as a creditors of the company. So the matter which is related to this member and whatever the decision and discussion will be done in the meeting related to them, that meeting will be called as a creditors meeting. So to discuss on the certain issues relating to the terms and condition of the loan which affect the benefit or interest of the creditors, on that matter the meeting will be called, and that meeting will be called as a creditors meeting. To alter the rate of interest, to alter the terms of security of the or modify the rights of the creditor. These are the topics which will be discussed in the creditors meetings. So when a company is in a financial difficulty, it may call the meeting of the creditor to secure their support. So students, hope you have understood the chapter number 8 as well, in which we have seen the company meeting part 2. Now students, meet you in the next video very soon. Thank you. Keep watching and studying at home.